So let me ask you a rhetorical question. Alright? So do the things that we enjoy these days truly fulfill our empty lives with a sense of purpose? So do the things that we do help us to fulfill our purpose? Okay? So I believe that oftentimes, many of the things that we fill our lives with leaves us feeling that life is empty and without meaning. Alright? Some examples. Studies, our grades, our hobbies, BGR, smoking, yeah, for instance. Okay? So what I want to do now is I want you guys to share, like anybody, I want you guys to share about your own personal experience of your chase, your pursuit, to fill the emptiness in your life. So can anyone share about your chase to fulfill, to fill the emptiness in your life? Can be doing anything. Yeah, anyone wants to volunteer? Thanks, Rebecca.
Come on,
in the past. Yeah, so okay, I'll repeat the question now. The question is, can anyone share your past experience of your chase to fill the emptiness in your life? Yeah, so please stand. Yeah, thank you.
Just speak in English.
Okay, so I think.
Yes.
So for me, I think that in the past, the translation is not people. In the past, for me, what I do to what I chase to fulfill myself, fulfill that sense of purpose in me, like that void of like emptiness is, I think a lot of different things. I think in primary school for me, it was a lot of like being the top in my CCA and like being the top in my class. I had those days. Yeah, and I felt like I needed to be the best because if I'm not like a prefect, I'm not the monitress, I'm like. And then when I moved on to secondary school, it became finding love. Like finding someone that is mine, finding someone that will always be there for me, finding someone that will love me and will always love me. Like someone to call mine basically. And then after that I realized it's not really what like fulfilled me. And then I went on to finding friends, to having fun, a lot of fun. Like whatever it takes to be friends with as many people as I can. And like finding friends basically who will always be there for me. Like the sister forever kind of friendship, like we are family, that kind of friendship. But then from there, like it didn't really like make me feel like fully complete. It made me happier, but not like complete. And then after that, I moved on to doing a lot of different like things, like exploring what other people do that made me feel like they are happy. Like whatever like people do that made them seem happy, I would just do because like to me like that is the answer. Like I need to do this because she's doing it and she's happy and I have to do it. So these are the things that I feel like I chased after in the past.
Wow, thanks for sharing. Can we have the next person? Oh, Jin Yang.
I think mine is more accomplishment. So when I was in secondary school, right, they always say you cannot have. It's like this Trinity. Just this Trinity. So it says that you can only have only two at one time. So popularity, correct me if I'm wrong. Popularity, smart, yeah, great, sleep. Socialize. Yeah, socialize. Sleep. Oh, rest. Is it sleep? Okay, whatever. Okay. So
let's pay attention to it.
Okay, so it's somewhere along that you can only have two, and it's almost impossible to have three. So I kind of use this as like a thing to fill up what's empty in me. So I was very accomplished. You know, I was quite smart. You know. I think quite. Come on. My grades were decent and great, and then I was popular. I was popular because I was in the basketball team. Like the rest part, as in like I have like everything lah. I have friends and I have whatnot. So like it's to me it's like it's not impossible to get all the Trinity thingy. So I use this as like I use this accomplishment thingy as like a thing to fill my void. But at the end of the day, I always feel like it's like meaningless and empty because like that personal glory is only for it's short-lived lah. Yeah.
Wow, thanks for sharing. Alright. Okay, can we have like one more person to share? Anyone?
Oh, Wesley.
That everywhere. You can come in front if it's yours.
So for me, I think before I was in tuition in secondary school, in high school basically, I focused a lot on relationships. So I feel the void in my heart with like relationships with girls, obviously. You just So in my class from secondary 1 all the way to secondary 5, I had girlfriends, I had boyfriend girlfriends. But obviously it wasn't enough for me. As in, like, I still felt a little bit empty. And obviously the relationships never worked out. Like it was always something was always lacking and something was always missing. So yeah, that was why I pursued that.
So I want to thank all these guys for sharing so vulnerably. I think it was really, it's very encouraging. So I think to sum up what they were sharing, it's just like different things about how all these things did not fill them up. Yeah, so that's a summary of what they shared. Alright? Alright. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, right, is we're gonna read a story. Okay, we're gonna read it together, and there's gonna be like people acting this out. So it's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be fun. Are you ready? Alright, so can we invite the four of them to come up and do a skit? Okay? So wait. Before they come up, the skit is the parable of the lost son. Alright? So let's welcome them.
To Luke 15 and read with us, but okay, I may not be following word for word lah, okay? So, one day, there was a man named Arthur. Arthur had two sons that he loved very much. The first one, the oldest son, his name was Paul. And the second son, Paul was a very prideful older son. He prided himself in being obedient to his father and always keeping his duty. The second son, the youngest son, Ryan, he always, he was a rebellious son. And he just wanted to live his life to fulfill his own pleasures. So, one day, Ryan walked up to his father and said,
"Hey, Pa, 拜托了 ，inheritance please." No, later right, you still gonna talk. I mean, we all this kind of age are very young. Nowadays, haven't died yet. Like, you know nowadays got so many signals, just faster lah. Hey, inheritance so half also you got a lot of money, but it's okay one, survive one. Look at this. It's okay. You know what? Yeah, here you go.
So because his father loved him, he divided his property and gave it to his younger son, what was his share. And so, what did Ryan do?
Wow, what new country? Hey, like, hey, belanja you,
After spending all his wealth, he realized he had nothing left.
Oh, yeah, again. Last belanja, Alexis. Yeah, I tried to find it.
So he went out to feed pigs, get a job to a guy. Oh. Okay. Oh, there was a severe famine in the whole country, and so he went and hired himself to a citizen. So after looking and looking, he finally hired himself out to a citizen of the country to feed pigs. He was so hungry that he longed to fill his stomach with the food that he was feeding the pigs.
Oh no!
When he finally came to his senses, he got up and he said,
okay, I think I'm gonna be responsible. My father's so rich, so many servants. Here I am, hungry like crazy. I won't go crazy with this kind of thing. I think I'll go back to my father and say, I've sinned against heaven and you, and I'm no longer worthy to call your son. Make me your servant. That's it. I'm worthy.
So he got up and went back home. So as he was walking towards his father saw him from a long distance.
I've sinned against. Wait, don't I've sinned against heaven and you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattest calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
So they went off to celebrate. The older brother, Paul, do you guys remember him? He was walking in the field and he was like, what's going on? When he heard all the noise.
Ahwat, come now. Hurry up. Now? Wait, my brother. I have a brother. A slave. Then what did I get? Let me check. I got nothing. So, you never even gave me a young one. I worked so hard. 我很辛苦哎。Your son, your big son. Wonder all your money you gave me back. How can I ever forgive him? Kneel down. Thanks for my forgiveness.
Always be with me. What I have, you also have. Try not to. But today, you should celebrate. Why? Because your brother was dead and is alive. He was lost. He was lost and is found again.
Oh, don't you think they did a great job? Let's give them another round of applause. Alright, so okay, there are three main characters in this passage that Jesus talked about. So this story was to show God's love for us. Alright, so who do you think these three guys represented? Okay, so the younger son was, okay, he represented you and I. So the younger son was Ryan. So Ryan represents you and I. Why so? Okay, because he left everything. He left everything that he had, like his house and his father, his relationship with his father, to pursue, to chase after, like things in his life, to find greater meaning. Alright? He sought fulfillment in worldly pleasures of life and left the relationship that he had with his brother and with his father. Alright? Okay, similarly, we can be like the younger brother. How, you may ask me. Okay? This happens when we chase after things that we think will make us happy. Alright? So worldly things. Alright? So the father, which is Arthur, actually represents God. The father let his son go. So you notice that he didn't tell the son, no, you're just staying here with me all the way. No, he told him, okay, take my money, go. He did it, although he knew that that would break his heart. When his younger son left, he would be like, oh, sian, my younger son leaving. Yeah, so similarly, God our Father, He gives us free will. Although it broke His heart when we left Him, when we choose to leave and to go out, pursue the worldly pleasures of this life. Okay, so for the older son, which is Paul, the prideful older son, represents us as Christians. Alright, so sometimes, the older son was always with the father and always, and never left him. However, however, when the father accepted the younger brother, the older brother got jealous and self-righteous of him always working with the father. So similarly, some of us Christians can be like the older brother when we get jealous when people change and have God blessing us more than, God blessing people around us rather than us. So we may get bitter at that. Alright? Okay, so the link to Christianity at large. Alright? So let me paint the bigger picture for you. So God at the very beginning of age created man so that He could have a relationship with us. So this is much like why your parents created you. Okay, because your parents want to have a relationship with you. We are all relational beings that desire to love people and desire people to love us back. So when we decided to pursue our own desires to fill our hearts, to fill our lives, so when we desire to when we decided to fulfill our lives through things like, for example, boy-girl relationships, or just achieving the Trinity, popularity, a great social life, and yeah, just great sleep, or great gaming, or things like that, for instance, our academics, yeah. So all these things, and even in addition, some things may be like other pleasurable activities, like maybe partying, drinking, underage sex. So when we decided to do this, God, our Father, allowed us to do so because He is a loving God. He's a loving God that gives us free will to do what we want. However, it definitely broke God's heart because He desired to have a relationship with us. But we did not allow Him to have that relationship with us because we chose not to chase after Him, but to chase after other things that we thought would fulfill our lives. So let me ask you guys, how many of you have had a broken relationship? Just raise up your hand. Like a broken relationship. A relationship that was, yeah, strained or broken, basically in any way. Yeah, okay. And okay, leave your hands there. Leave your hands there. Okay, how many of you have mended some of these broken relationships? Mended, like, so you reconciled with the other person. Okay. Alright, okay, thank you. You can put your hands down. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so for those of you who had mended broken relationships before, so don't you think, like, can you remember like how nice this feeling was when you reconciled with the person, when you got back together, and how the relationship, yeah, it was like the way it was before, or maybe even better, like the relationship improved when you guys reconciled. So how good that feeling is. On the contrary, for those of you who do not, or who did not reconcile or have any of this, or still have unreconciled relationships, how you must wish that you could be reconciled to the person so that you can get the friendship back, so that you can just have a normal relationship with the person. Okay? So similarly, how much would we love to go back to God? How much would we want to mend the relationship that we have with God? Why? Because there is spiritual fulfillment. So when we choose God over continuing the life that we're in, we have spiritual fulfillment. That's when we feel, yeah, that's the purpose of our lives. That's the meaning of our lives. Alright? So friends, today I want to encourage you to know more about God, to find out more about who this Jesus is. Why did this guy bother to come down on earth and to die for my sins? I mean, I'm so sinful. Why does he bother? I mean, yeah, why me? Okay, so I want you guys to find out. So, yeah, I mean, all of us, people sitting around you, I'm sure they'll be more than willing to share with you why we're here. I mean, we're from Singapore. Why do we come all the way to JB to share about Christianity? Like, yeah, just wonder, why do we do that? Is there a purpose in that? Yeah, I mean, we could be using the time to like hang out or like chill or sleep. I don't know, we could be using the time to do other things, but why didn't we? So what is our purpose here? Alright, so I'm sure they would love to share with you. So right now we're gonna play a video to conclude about God's love for us, okay? Thank you.
No. You press the black area. Up. Go up.
Can you replay?
Each one unique.
Yes, there you
You. Look at your eyes. Look at them. Speckled. Colorful. Each one unique. And I created every one of them. I created everything. The universe. trust me. You sinned. You cut yourself off from me. And although you're still alive, you were slowly dying. So you looked for other things. To fill the void. But nothing works. It just kills you faster. And it separates us more and more. What are you searching for? I don't want you to die. I created you, not to be destroyed, but to know me. So I became one of you, a fragile creation. I was tempted, but I never sinned. I came to save you. You have so many sins. And they have a cost. Someone has to die, you or me. So I took on your sin and traded in my life for yours. And I died in your place. Because I love you. Then from the dead. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am Jesus. I'm not here to condemn you. I came to bring you back to life. Rely on me. I will forgive you and give you eternal life. I love you. All of this to have a relationship with you. Will you follow me?
Yeah, thanks. Alright, so thank you so much for your time. Okay, thanks guys.
Alright, thank you again, Sean, the actors, and the people who made the video. Again, I hope everyone learned something from the lesson. What we're going to do now is we are going to eat. So, yes, please feel free to hang around, help yourselves to the food. It is $10, so we'll have a box there and you put your $10 in there. Alright, so before we eat, let's have a prayer for the food. Alright, let's pray. Dear God, God, we're so grateful for you in our lives. Thank you so much for the friendships we can have. Thank you so much for the new life we can have with you. Help us, Father, to constantly seek you and not ourselves. Pray, God, for friendships to be formed today, and that friendships that will last, friendships that will glorify you, God. Thank you so much for the food that we can have. I pray that we just have a great time tonight, getting to know each other and getting to know you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Amen. Awesome, let's break up and head for the food.